Hello friends, hope you all must be fit and fine. So today we have done till different types of teeth, and we also learned that what are the functions of the different kinds of teeth. So today let us fill table 2.2. So here you can see the type of teeth which we have here. The types of teeth. Here you can see cutting and biting teeth, piercing and tearing teeth, chewing and grinding teeth. So let us see how can we fill this table. So what are the number of teeth in total of lower jaw and upper jaw are cutting and biting teeth? So our cutting and biting teeth are the incisors. So the incisors would be 4 in top and 4 in bottom. So what is all in all? We have 4 teeth in lower jaw and 4 teeth in upper jaw. So in total we have 8 teeth. So we will write here as 4, and the total number of teeth would be how much? 8, right? The addition of 4 and 4 would be 8, so that would be the answer. So remember friends, our cutting and biting teeth would be the incisors. Now let us see next. Piercing and tearing teeth, which are our canines. And canines are present in 2 of them. 2 in the lower jaw and 2 in the upper jaw. So how much would it be in total? 2 plus 2 would be 4. So we have in total 4 canines. Now next we have chewing and grinding teeth, which helps us to chew and grind, which are the premolars and the molars. Premolars are 2 and molars are 3. So in total we have in lower jaw, total number of teeth in premolars and molars, we have 3 plus 2, 5, plus 3 plus 2, 5 in 10. So the number of premolars and molars or chewing and grinding teeth would be in total in lower jaw would be 10 and in upper jaw would be 10. So in total it would be 20, right? So now we have filled the table. Now let us move on to our mouth has salivary glands which secrete saliva. Do you know the action of saliva in our food? Let us find out. So here we have an activity. Activities are interesting, right? So let us see what is there. Take 2 test tubes, label them as A and B. In test tube A, put a teaspoonful of boiled rice. In test tube B, keep 1 teaspoonful of boiled rice after chewing it for 3 to 5 minutes. So here you can see the beaker or the thing which we have mixed in. Here you can see the boiled or chewed rice. See it properly. So what do you see here? Here you can see the beaker, and see, this is iodine solution which you can see. This is boiled rice and this is also boiled rice. But what's the difference? This boiled rice is chewed, but this boiled rice is not chewed, right? That's the difference. Okay, so now I think you understood it. Here we have boiled rice, and here also we have boiled rice. We have saw it, but here we have chewed rice, and here we have not chewed rice. right? That's the difference. And after putting both of the rice, chewed and without chewed, in the beaker, we have to put some water in it. And after putting some water, we have to mix iodine solution with it. What do you see the difference? In this beaker, you can see that the water's color is properly plain. There is no changes anyway. But in this, you can see the color of the water is purple, right? That's the reason. So now let us see what's next here. In test tube B, keep 1 teaspoon of rice after chewing to 3 to 5 minutes. Add 3 to 4 ml of water in both the test tubes. Now pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution in each test tube and observe what is there a change in color in the test tube, as I already told you. So let us see next. Put water in both of the test tubes, right? Why there is change in color in the test tube? That's because the rice which is chewed has saliva mixed with it, and the rice which is not chewed have not any saliva. That's the difference of changing color. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached to the back of the floor of the buccal cavity. Now what is buccal cavity? We have saw in this image here that this region is called the buccal cavity, especially this mouth. Here you can see this arrow. This is called buccal cavity. Now when we take in food, the food goes from the buccal cavity right over here. You can see the food goes from here. This space is called the buccal cavity. Now let us see where we were. Now the buccal cavity has tongue attached to the back of its surface, right? So it's free at the front and can be moved in all directions, right? Let me show you. Right, it moves in all of the directions. So that's because the tongue is attached in the back of our buccal cavity, but not in the front. Because if the tongue will be stuck at the front, then we will not be able to speak properly. So the tongue needs to go from one place to another for us to talk, to taste, to eat, to do everything. We need our tongue. It is free at the front, Do you know the function of the tongue? Yes, we use our tongue for talking. Besides, it mixes saliva with the food, as I told you now, during chewing, and helps in swallowing food. We also taste food with our tongue. It has taste buds that detect different tastes of food, right? Now, what are the different functions of our tongue? So, the tongue have so many functions, not just one. What are they? Let us see. First, they mix saliva with our food. Second, they help us with talking. And third, they help us in chewing in all of the directions so that our food must digest properly. And fourth, it helps in swallowing our food. The taste buds that can detect different tastes of food. And fifth, that they can detect tastes. That's most important. Now here we have sweets and tooth decay. What is tooth decay? Harming of our tooth. Now in this image you can see there is a very serious tooth decay. right? Now let us learn about tooth decay and what are the main culprits of tooth decay. Normally, bacteria are present in our mouth, but they are not harmful to us. However, if we do not clean our teeth and mouth after eating, many harmful bacteria will be started to begin live and grow. If these bacteria break down the sugar present from the leftover food and release the acids. When our body consists of bacteria, but they are not usually harmful. They are very useful for us so that our food must digest properly. They are present in our mouth as well. But when we don't clean our teeth and our mouth, then the harmful bacteria will start living in our mouth. Then they will break down the sugar into the acids. We will learn in chapter 4 what are acids and how dangerous they are. The acids gradually damage the teeth. Actually, the acids are very harmful things. They burn things. You have heard that acid rain has turned the Taj Mahal yellow. That's because the acid rain contains so much pollution. The reason of acid rain in India is pollution. But let us move to our subject. So the acid is very harmful to our teeth. As I told you, it burns things. So it burns our teeth surface called enamel. You can see this white thing over here. This outer covering of our teeth is called the enamel, and it is the strongest part of our body which is there. So the acids gradually damage the teeth. This is called tooth decay. If it's not treated in time, it causes severe toothache, and in extreme cases, results in tooth loss. Not simple tooth loss, the tooth loss of our permanent teeth. Chocolates, sweets, soft drinks and other sugar products are major culprits of tooth decay. Therefore, one should clean the teeth with a brush or datun or with a dental floss. A special strong thread which is moved between two teeth to take out the trapped food particles. At least twice a day, or we not have to put unwashed fingers in our mouth. So here we learned about sweets and tooth decay and how acids damage our tooth. Now let us see what's next. Sometimes when you eat in hurry, talk or laugh while eating, you may cough or get hiccups or a choking sensation. This happens when food particles enter the windpipe. The windpipe carries air from the nostrils to the lungs of our body. The windpipe carries air from the nostrils to the lungs. It runs adjacent to the food pipe, but inside the throat, air and food share a common passage. Then how is food prevented from entering the food pipe? During the act of swallowing, a flap-like valve closes the passage of windpipe and guides the food into the food pipe. But if by chance the food particles enter the windpipe, we feel choked or get hiccups or cough. So what is there? When we are in a hurry or we are late to school, we just run and try to eat, or when we talk while eating or laugh while eating. That's the reason when you get choking or hiccups or a itching sensation in our food pipe. That's because when we eat, the food pipe is the only way to go into the food to go into the stomach. But When we talk or we are in a hurry, eat fastly, then the food goes into the windpipe instead of the food pipe. That's the reason when we get a choking sensation, because the windpipe is not designed for food, it's designed for air. Now let us see what is here. Now here we can see the different regions of our tongue. Here you can see the taste buds. There are so many taste buds in our tongue which helps us to taste the different kinds of food. Here you can see. So this and here are the different places where we can sense the different tastes of food which we get. Position of taste bud by following. So what is there? We can find out the position of taste buds by the following activity. How we can find the position of taste buds? What does it mean? It means that we have to find the position where we feel sweet, where we feel bitter, salty, or any other sensation. Prepare a separate sample of each. Sugar solution, common salt solution, lemon juice and juice of crushed neem leaf or bitter gourd. Blindfold one of your classmates. Ask her or him to take out the tongue and keep it straight and flat position. Use a clean toothpick to put above samples one by one in different areas of the tongue as shown in figure 2.6. Here you can see the different regions of tastes. Ask your classmate which area of tongue could detect sweet, salty, sour, bitter substances. Now write your observations and label figure 2.6. When you will do this activity, remember to write your observations and also you have to label the 2.6 figure here. Now the food pipe or the esophagus. The swallowed food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. Look at figure 2.2. The food pipe runs along the neck. Here you can see a full image of food pipe. There is your stomach, such a small, right? It looks like flattened J. It's in very small space. We think that our whole area below the chest is stomach, but no, the stomach contains only a little part of the body. Now here we can see. Here is the esophagus we just spoke about. Esophagus or the food pipe. Now we will see that that the food pipe is the food pipe is mainly what it is. The food pipe helps the food to go into the stomach, but there is not any other way. When the food goes in the windpipe, the windpipe repels it out by cough or hiccups. But when it enters into the food pipe, it goes sturdily into the stomach. Movements of the food in the esophagus of the alimentary canal. Now tell me, what is alimentary canal? We learned about it, right? Alimentary canal is the digestive system, or simply you can say digestive canal, alimentary canal, anything which you find simpler. So the food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. As here you can see, the neck is here and the food pipe goes from the neck to our chest and below our chest as well. Here, so the food pipe goes from here to our neck to below or to our chest to transfer the food from our neck or the buccal cavity to our stomach or the other alimentary parts. Food is pushed down by the movement of wall of the food pipe. Actually, this movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal, pushes food downwards. At times, the food is not accepted by your stomach and vomited out. Recall the instances when you vomited after eating and think the reason for it. Discuss with your parents and teachers. Sometimes our stomach is full or in some reason we feel unwell or sometimes we are ill, so that's the reason why our body cannot accept that food and repel it out. That's why we call it vomiting. But sometimes there would be another reason. Ask your parents and your teachers to find it out. The stomach. The stomach is thick-walled bag. It's shaped like flattened J and its widest parts of the alimentary canal. The widest part or the thickest part of the alimentary canal. You may have seen small intestine in the previous image. It's very coiled and very thin, but the stomach is so very widely spaced. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid, digestive juices. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food, makes the medium in stomach acidic, helps the digestive juices to act. The digestive juices break down the protein into simpler substances. When the food reaches the food pipe, after it goes into the stomach. There the stomach secretes mucus which covers the inner wall of our stomach, and when it covers the inner wall of our stomach, then the bacteria cannot enter in our body. After that, the body or the stomach starts secreting the digestive juices which help in breakdown of protein into simpler substances. The small intestine is highly coiled and is about 7.5 meters long. OMG, how long it is, and it's coiled in such a small place. Such interesting thing, I think, right? Our body is like the universe. It contains of many things. That our body has so much that we can think. The liver is a reddish brown gland situated in the upper part of the abdomen and on the right side. It is the largest gland of our body. It secretes bile juice that is stored in a sac called gallbladder. See how their names are different. The bile juice secretes in the liver, but it is stored in the gallbladder. The bile plays an important role in digestion of fats. The pancreas is a large cream-colored gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juice acts as carbohydrate, fat, protein and changes them into simpler form. So we saw that the bile juice where it secretes from the liver and where it is stored, and the pancreas. The pancreas are large cream-colored gland located just below our stomach, and they are in right side, and they The pancreatic juice adds on carbohydrate, fats, proteins, and turn them into simpler form like the digestive juices. Now hope you like the video. Meet you next time. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.